I'm horrible with talking to the camera, making videos, but here goes kind of a test. Wanting to tell my story. Today's October 1st, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I beat it. Almost killed me. I was carrying 1%. Changed my life into a complete 180. And I wouldn't complain one bit. So I guess I'll start at the beginning. I was in the shower, April of 2023, washing myself, and I feel a sore spot on my boob. So when I get out of the shower, I kind of do a regular self-exam, the regular, you just kind of grope yourself and feel. Well, I felt something. I started bawling like a big baby. I called up my husband to the bathroom and I had him feel it. Then he's like, yeah, feels like a bump. Should probably get that checked, and he left it at that. I was a mess. I sat there in the bathroom for probably about 30 minutes crying. Didn't know what to do. It was like the end of the day after kids were in bed. I was mentally just tired for the day from work, and then kids, and then feeling that. So go to bed, everything's okay. Next day I call my doctor first thing in the morning, and when they asked for the reason, I just froze. I didn't want to say the words out loud, that I had a lump in my breast. But I had to. Sometimes you just gotta do it. It's hard saying those things out loud because it feels like it's happening then. So, called the doctor. They get me in the very next day. It was great. I loved my primary care provider. So I get in, she does her exam, and it made me feel better because typically breast cancer doesn't hurt. Typically that's a sign it's like a cyst or something going on with the milk duct or something like that. Breast cancer typically does not present as painful. So she was like, you're right, that's not normal, but let's get it checked out. So the very following day, Friday, I had an ultrasound done and a biopsy. They knew it was a solid mass. I don't remember the exact size, relatively small, probably maybe like this. It was at the 11 o'clock position, so right here. I think this would be your 12, so about right here. Right in the middle. Like deep down, you had to kind of press to feel it, but you felt it. So I got my biopsy done that day, and on Monday, my doctor called me and told me it was cancer. I'll never forget that phone call. I was at work. I worked from home, kind of a call center work from home job. And I kind of just, I didn't want to say collapse, I just stopped. I felt like life just stopped and froze right then and there, hearing those words. So I kind of just had a mini breakdown. Kind of told my supervisor what was going on. I don't want to say he knew everything, but he knew I had to go to the doctor, so he kind of had an inkling something was up because I'm not someone to take time off of work normally. So I told him what happened, and I took the next day or two off because I wasn't in a good headspace. I'm a customer service based job, so I need to remain nice and friendly and focused, but it's hard to do that and be nice when that's going on and you don't know what's going on yet. You just know cancer. So later that day I go in, talk to my doctor on that Monday, and she opens my biopsy report. We talk about it, and she had to do research herself on the type of cancer I had. It was called metaplastic squamous cell with invasive ductal carcinoma. Metaplastic is different than what people know as metastatic. Metastatic means it has traveled to other parts of your body. Metaplastic is a rare, about like 1% type of breast cancer. So, yeah, I had that. But also in the back of my head, I'm still cracking jokes. I'm like, of course I'm gonna get the rare 1%. So what do I do when I get home? I turn to Dr. Google. Not the smartest choice considering my diagnosis. Not a good choice. But I needed to know what I was up against. I started doing lots of reading and saw that it was very aggressive and very fast growing. My particular strain was triple negative, which means it wasn't affected by any of my hormones. It was just growing, and also it was not genetic, so that was nice that I didn't have to worry about hopefully passing this on to my daughter or my boys carrying the gene, or even them getting it, because men can get breast cancer too. It does happen. So I did all of my research and read. A few days later, I met my oncologist, and I don't remember those appointments too well. It was April, May, June, July. Almost a year and a half ago now. So I don't remember those appointments. There was so much going on, so much going through my head, so many questions. I was scared, I was terrified, I was anxious. I was feeling all my feelings. I continued to do my scans. I had to get my heart checked to make sure it was safe for me to do chemo. I had to do full body scans, like PET scans, to make sure nothing has spread anywhere and everything is good. So my first day of chemo was May 18th, I believe. That was the same day I got my port put in. Yeah, they went in. I was awake. It was a little crazy. Get you all high on fentanyl. They're talking to you while they slice you open, insert this port, thread the needles up. The wire's still here. They thread it up, and then it goes behind your collarbone and down and comes out behind your heart. I guess I didn't realize that until about a year later. I'll get into that part later. But yeah, the chemo was going to be pumped literally right behind my heart. Chemo they put through your port because these drugs are so strong and powerful that they will destroy your veins. They will blow veins, they will destroy them. So yeah, I probably would look like a junkie. So most everyone will get a port. So I start my chemo journey. And that was like the very beginning. Terrifying.